Hello, everybody. I'm Daniel Kelly, former Jet scout, here to talk about my take on the 2-2 New York Jets so far. Hey, which team is this? Is this the team that we saw get clobbered against the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals? Or is this the team that showed tremendous resolve and came back to win against the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road in Cleveland, in Pittsburgh? Of course, the team hardly's ever won in Pittsburgh. Is it that team? Which team is it? Hey, listen, I think it's a combination of both, okay? That's what we've seen so far this season, and that's my takeaway. But I will say this. I was tremendously impressed by the resilience shown by the New York Jets against Cleveland and against Pittsburgh so far. And my hat off, I wear a hat every day. I don't take my hat off at all, in fact. But my hat off to a right guard, Elijah Vera Tucker, okay? The Jets starting right guard, like I mentioned, who had to slide over in an emergency situation to left tackle unexpectedly, and he held his own out there against the Steelers' Alex Highsmith, okay? No small task. And according to PFF Pro Football Focus, Vera Tucker allowed only 3 hurries and 42 attempts. Hey, listen, there aren't too many guards, period, in the National Football League who can slide out to the NFL's premium offensive line position at left tackle and hold their own, and Vera Tucker did. It wasn't perfect, like I mentioned, but he held his own for the most part against Highsmith, who was coming into the contest as the Pittsburgh Steelers' leading sack producer with 4.5 sacks at kickoff. But I want to circle back and I want to talk about, again, the resilience, okay, of this football team. This is the thing the Jets fan base needs to get excited about. This is the thing that has stood out the most, is the resilience of this football team. Hey, it's a really big deal, okay? Because teams are like people. Wait a second. Teams are made up of people. They have identities, okay? And one of your characteristics of your football team that shows up in the DNA of your football team, being resilient, is a really big deal in the eyes of an evaluator like me, okay? Because this is one of the core characteristics of General Manager Joe Douglas, who comes from the hard-nosed Philadelphia Eagles, okay, that's starting to show up in this football team. Why is that important? Okay, a couple reasons. Number one, okay, the Jets are never out of a game. Now we know that, right, after watching those 2 big wins against the Browns and the Steelers. The Jets are never out of it, okay? That's one of the things. But it's also even more important from the standpoint that this roster is showing buy-in to General Manager Joe Douglas and head coach Robert Saleh, is showing buy-in to what they are preaching. That is huge, okay? I don't know about you, but in both of these games, I mean, it looked just highly unlikely that the Jets were going to find a way to win. But they did, okay? And that, to me, is the single most important takeaway. You want something to hang your hat on? Jets fans, you want something to get excited about. It's the fact that the team is showing this kind of resilience. And they were able to come back in a couple of these games and against the Browns and the Steelers, 2 hard-nosed, physical football teams from the AFC North. So be encouraged, Jets fans. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for watching.